Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We always like to pick these big ideas and kind of really get into them. And today, well, it doesn't get much bigger than this, God's love, but not just like the general idea of it. We're going to zero in on this idea of how persistent, how relentless, how, I don't know, unstoppable that love really is.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Unstoppable.
And we're going to get into that, all those ideas, using this piece called The Unstoppable Love of God. I mean, the title kind of says it all, right?
Definitely sets the stage. And one of the things this piece does so well is start with a story, a parable, actually. You know, the one about the lost sheep?
Oh, yeah, from Luke, right?
Luke 15, verses 4 through 7. It's so vivid, you know?
Yeah.
You can practically picture this shepherd leaving 99 sheep behind, all safe and sound, just to go after that one that's wandered off.
It's funny because, sometimes you read these parables and you got to really think about them. Like, what's the deeper meaning here?
Yeah.
But that image of leaving 99 for the one, that's powerful, even just on the surface.
Absolutely. And I think that's exactly why it's used to illustrate God's love. It really gets at that personal, individual level of care. Like, he values each and every one of us that much.
It's like no matter how lost we feel, no matter how far we think we've strayed.
He's still searching, still seeking us out.
Okay, so there's this other part in the piece that just hits you with this, like, incredible statement. It quotes Romans 8, verses 38 and 39.
Yeah.
And it basically says that nothing can separate us from God's love.
Powerful stuff, right?
But honestly, sometimes I read something like that and it's hard to, I don't know, fully let it sink in. Because, life happens, we make mistakes, we mess up. And sometimes it feels like, well, maybe I have gone too far. Like maybe this time I've actually pushed God away for good.
I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling. It's human nature, right? To doubt, to feel guilty, to wonder if we're even worthy of love, especially after we've messed up.
Yeah. You start thinking, okay, unstoppable love, that sounds great, but what about in my life with my mistakes?
And that's when we have to remind ourselves God doesn't operate on the same logic that we do. He sees things differently. If we look at Psalm 139, verses 7 through 10, it makes it pretty clear that there's no hiding from God. But it's not about him chasing us down to punish us.
More like he's always there.
Exactly. It's about connection, not condemnation. He's seeking us out because he wants to restore that relationship.
And I think that's what sometimes gets lost, right? We focus so much on the messing up part that we forget God is all about second chances, third chances, 100th chance.
Right, like the piece says, even when we feel distant, he's still pursuing us.
And we don't have to, become perfect or anything before we turn back to him.
Just that willingness to turn back, that's what matters.
It really is an amazing thing when you think about it, that this love is always there, always available, always. Unstoppable.
Exactly. And it's not some passive force either. It's active. It's working in our lives, even when we don't realize it.
So I guess that's kind of the question I want to leave everyone with as we wrap up this deep dive. If we really try to grasp this idea that God's love is truly unstoppable, what could that mean for us? How could that change our lives, our faith, the way we see ourselves, the way we face challenges?
It's a huge idea. It's something that's worth really sitting with, maybe even talking about with someone you trust.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe that's the first step in letting that unstoppable love really work its magic.
I think you might be right about that.
So until next time, keep diving deep, everyone.